What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about my E3 plans for the channel. So I know I've been teasing doing a video like this, and I really did want to make a video like this, and I want this to be a very back and forth thing. So this is pre-recorded, but you obviously get to see my face and all that. I do want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about, what I'm going to say, and then specifically, what you guys want. I'm a man of the people. I want to make what you guys want to see. So obviously, if there's conferences, and I think I can predict which conferences people are going to want to see more than others, make sure you let me know. Or if there's a specific game or a specific way of covering something you want me to do, all those things, definitely let me know in the comments so I can kind of, gauge them. As always, make sure if you haven't already, you guys are subscribed, bell icon, leave a like, definitely helps spread the video out just to more people so I can get more opinions on this entire thing. And then final thing is, as you guys may or may not have seen, we have a Patreon, we have a membership thing for YouTube, so extra ways basically to support the content. Patreon's in the link below, and then the join button obviously is next to the subscribe button. All right, so look, I'm recording this a few days early from when you guys are seeing it, and when you guys see this, we are 2 weeks away from E3 2021. I am so excited. I know you guys are excited. While I don't like E3 in a general sense, and I've explained the reasons before, I'm very excited for the announcements we're gonna get. Now the issue, and this is, very back and forth, like I said, very kind of casual discussion with you guys, even though, it's not live or anything, is that at least when I'm recording this, and I would argue probably still by Saturday, we don't know much about the scheduling for E3. So like Ubisoft is going that Saturday, June 12th. Microsoft, rumor has it, but as of when I'm recording this, they haven't even confirmed it, is June 13th. Bethesda will be part of their show, but that's kind of all we got. We don't even know a time for the Microsoft thing, but E3 in general, for those that maybe don't know, is June 12th through June 15th, okay? So it's a 4-day period, and I'm gonna be covering as much as humanly possible. Now, I'm gonna be using both channels, so as you guys may know, I have the second channel. Hopefully you're all subscribed there. I'm gonna be using that channel a ton, really, honestly, kind of almost as a backup channel when E3 is starting, just to kind of give me, like, literally, if I really wanna cover something, but I've already made 15,000 videos on this channel in a day, then I can obviously have some videos go on that channel. So that's my plan of using that channel. But, so here's the general strategy, all right? While we don't know who even exactly is going to have a conference. So, like, I assume WB Games is going to have a conference, but we don't actually know that. There's obviously a couple others. Nintendo is a big one that we know is actually going to have one. Capcom is going. Like, do they have a conference? There's a lot of companies that are going that I don't know whether or not they have a conference or not. So the biggest thing I guess I can say, or a blanket statement, all the biggest conferences I want to cover in some capacity. Now, I want to be able to co-stream them. And when I say that, I don't mean like hopefully they accept me to co-stream it. I think they'll accept me. What I'm saying is, like, when you live stream, to go a little bit more nerdy, YouTube only gives out 3 notifications a day. Now, obviously, I'm a channel who does a lot of videos daily, and you could argue that is either a good thing or a bad thing. It's definitely the way I've chosen to go with the channel, and there's no going back now, okay? So I already do so many videos. So, like, my internal conflict is that I do want to cover everything. That's just, that's a daily Alex thing that you guys should know. I always want to cover everything, but in reality, some things do good, some things do bad, and I got to get better at and I know sometimes when things do bad, I got to just know to not do them and move to the bigger things. So, what I'm basically saying is, when there's all these big games just being announced, obviously I'm going to want to make individual videos for all of them. The thing is, though, I can't. I also would love to do some sort of like a review or a overall video talking about. I tend to do that with like Game Awards. I've done that for Gamescom. I'll sometimes do it for Sony State of Plays, like when it's only one game they show, like a Ratchet and Clank thing. Horizon, we just did that. So like those I like to do just a kind of a recap of the entire thing, all right? So I'd like to do all of them. The issue is I can't, and that's something that I struggle with, especially because, yeah, I probably only should do 3 videos a day or maybe even less, but during E3, on that Sunday, let's say, what if Microsoft, Bethesda, and WB Games, they all go? Obviously, I'm gonna have to cover it a lot. So, I think what you can look forward to, hopefully, depending on how many of them are live streaming and on which day, like which day they actually have conferences, I would like to co-stream. So like if Saturday is only Ubisoft, and I'm sorry this isn't like super specific, like you can mark down your calendar, oh, Alex is doing this on this day, or Podcast Now is doing this. I want that, but I don't even know what's going on each day of E3 because they're really bad at it this year. I get what's happened, but like they're terrible at the communication and planning for this year's E3. I've never seen it worse. So like if in 2 weeks, let's say, it's just Ubisoft's show on that Saturday, I will be live streaming it. So we'll have me and Christy, and we'll be doing like a live react to that show, and then there'll probably be videos afterwards, individual videos on some of the bigger things I see at the show. One thing I can tell you though is during that 4-day period, maybe even 5, maybe even like the day before or the day after, it'll pretty much, the entire channel will just be E3. And when I say that, this time I actually mean it. There won't be a Hogwarts Legacy video, there won't be a Scream video, there won't be a Pirates video. There may be Ratchet and Clank stuff. I may be doing like a daily video on Ratchet and Clank, but for the most part, 95% of the channel is just going to be E3. So that way, as many videos as I can dedicate to E3. Another thing is, so like Sony, I'm kind of known for like PlayStation stuff. Obviously, they're not going, so like that's a thing. Square Enix, I love a lot of Square Enix games, so like I'd like to cover that, live stream it, like with you guys, no matter what. Microsoft, I honestly would too, but a big one, obviously, is WB Games. So for Hogwarts Legacy, potentially, for, you know, Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad or whatever, like that one, I would say, above all else, I'm going to make sure, even if it's on a day where there's 4 conferences that day, which again, that's why I hate E3. That's the stupidest thing I can ever think of doing. Let's put all our conferences in one day so that announcements just bury each other. I couldn't think of a worse way of handling it. But that's what they do, and that's what they've always done, and this year seems like it's going to be the worst that they've ever, you know, ever experienced. So, but like even if that happens, so say that Sunday, it's WB Games, Square Enix, Microsoft, they're all on that day. I may not live stream all the conferences. In fact, I won't. I'll have to sacrifice one, which again, trust me, does pain me to do, because I ask anybody that knows me, I hate doing that, and I really shouldn't. It should be I should be more okay with myself for doing it, but I'm not. I guess I'm not at that point in my life yet. But like WB Games, I'll 100% be sure to live stream. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the gist of it. I want to live stream, co-stream. I mean live stream. I am live streaming. I want to co-stream as many of the E3 shows as I can. It depends on how much they're stacked, though, if I sacrifice them. So that stuff, I'll let you guys know probably in videos a couple days before. Like as we start to learn who goes when, I'll start to say it, you know, in videos. I'll probably say it on Twitter, so make sure you guys are following me over on Twitter. I'll try and keep you guys updated, but there will be live streams, and then there will be plenty of videos. And another thing that and I've done E3 many, many years. I've been on YouTube a long time, and I've covered E3, and obviously it hasn't been enormously big because the channel is not, not that big. This is easily the biggest we've ever been at E3. I do more videos than what YouTube gives notifications. So while they only give 3 notifications, and I'm gonna try at the least to make the live streams get a notification, just because I think they're helpful. Some of the videos will not, I may be doing 4, 5, 6, maybe not 6, probably maybe max of 5 videos a day, maybe on one channel. Like on this channel, you may see 5 videos a day for 4 days straight. You'll never see that again besides during E3 stretch. It's kind of a special time in my life where my wife, Christy, she gives me the acceptance of like, okay, you can do that, because normally, I'm not allowed to make that many videos daily, and for a good reason. But there's going to be a lot of videos those days. I'm seriously going to go all out, and it's going to be really fun. I really am excited for it. It's just that not all the videos are going to give notifications. So make sure that obviously, notifications help, and subscribing and bell icon help, but then you'll have to keep checking back. But I want to try and nail as many as I can. One thing I guess I should say to end this, because some people have told me this before, and I don't know if maybe some people would say it now, just so that you guys will know, so maybe you don't have to say it. If somebody were to say, well, again, like, why couldn't you do like a recap, and that could save you all this time. It could save you 5 videos, because you could put 5 videos in one. The issue there is I've tested that. Again, this is like the more nerdy thing. I've tested it before, and I've tried to do kind of combined news stories where I talk about more than one thing at a time, and kind of combine. I've done videos where I've talked about 4 or 5 things all in one, and maybe it was the topics of those videos, but they've never done well. Not one time has the video done well. I mean, it hasn't done disgustingly terrible, but it doesn't do well. it would, like, if I were to have made those videos and or the video that had all of them in it, say 4 things, and I were to make a video on each of the 4, they easily, one of them would have beaten would have beat the one that had all 4 of them in it. Okay, so that's just something that maybe that's not true, and that was just a couple examples that went wrong, and it's made me convince myself that I can never do that again. But because of those tests, I don't feel comfortable with that. So like I said, I mean, I would like to review or talk about the entire thing, and that'd be a fun thing to do maybe on the second channel. Maybe I can put everything together. But like, I'm thinking more at Ubisoft show, if they announce 5 big games, which that's a lot, then I would pick 2 or 3 and they get individual videos. WB Games, same thing. They announce 4 things, I pick 2 or 3 of them, and I make individual videos. And those things stack up because there's like 6 or 7 big companies going, but there's also like 20 smaller ones going, which I'm interested in those games too, and I want to talk about those games too. Maybe those ones I'd combine. You know what I mean? It's tough. So I'm very excited. I'm also stressed out. I'll be honest. I always get stressed around E3 time, and now we have and I do it every time. I always tell myself like, well, this year we have a bigger audience than ever before, and there's always a bigger chance of just doing stuff, and I always get excited. Now, you guys know this. I go all out for Game Awards. I go out for E3. I go out for Gamescom. All this stuff. Sony, when they do like a presentation, if they do it in September, the week before, and then the day it happens, I can be doing loads of videos. So I love doing it. I'm not saying like it's anybody's fault. It's my fault. I love doing it. I want to do it. I want to make like 10 videos a day during those 4. I want to make like 40 videos in a 4-day stretch, but that's a terrible idea. I'm not going to do that, and I always have to remind myself that. So I know this was more of like a emotional therapy session almost with you guys, but sincerely, do let me know like what you want to see, and whether it's co-streams / live streams. Again, we will be doing that. Individual videos. Let me know. Maybe if you guys have an idea that I didn't even come up with, definitely let me know in the comments. And make sure, again, like the second channel is going to be very important to have because of additional videos, right? Because I can do up to 3 more videos on that channel that get notifications. So make sure you guys are subscribed there. Twitter is a good place, obviously, because I can notify you guys on what's going on. I'll probably tweet out the videos that don't get notifications. I'll tweet out live streams of the conference. So Twitter is going to be a big help. Make sure you guys are following me over there, and all the other stuff, description, Patreon, YouTube memberships, all that good stuff. Truly do appreciate it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope to see you all on the next video.